Welcome everybody. Welcome. I feel like talking some Jamaican today. Wagwan, everybody. Big up yourself and welcome back to another episode of the Big Up Yuself Show. I have an amazing guest today who's going to talk to us about our natural hair. And I might take this wig off and show you what my hair looks like on the hair and get some input from her. I might. Depends on how the spirit moves. But yeah, so welcome back to another episode of the Big Up Yuself Show. I'm your host, Winsome Alexander. I'm a self-empowerment mentor. I've been working with trauma survivors since 2008. I've been recognized as one of Texas' most inspiring women. I am an empathetic listener and a crisis interventionist. And I am a transformational guide, more particularly a visualization guide. So if any of that sounds good to you, well, I should tell you what a visualization guide is, right? I'm a person that guides people through visualization techniques to get in touch with their higher self and to manifest things, right? Because we are creators of our own lives. Our thoughts create things. I guide people through how to get in touch with the creator in them so they can manifest things that they want. If that sounds good to you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up and please leave a comment. That is how we grow. That is how you support me and this community. And that's how YouTube pushes out this content to people who might need it. Many of you DM me and tell me how great the content is, but you don't leave a comment. And the comment is what really helps to push the videos out. So anyway, welcome. I have a beautiful guest here with us today. Her name is Kenyatta. She is a passionate, I'll bring her on in a second. She is a passionate advocate for natural hair care. And passionate is not even the word to describe this young lady, how she feels about our hair. And she's on a mission to help Black women embrace their natural beauty through healthy hair, self-love, and empowerment. Did you think about self-love and empowerment when you're thinking about your natural hair? Well, her business is inspired by her mother, who took her to her first hair color and haircut at the age of 12. Kenyatta founded Nora Hair Products. It's a line of high-quality, chemical-free hair care products crafted specifically for curly, coily, and kinky hair textures. As a skilled natural hair stylist and educator, Kenyatta Nicole has been committed to empowering her community by sharing expert knowledge and hands-on guidance. She taught at one of the largest natural hair shows, the Taliah, I've never been able to pronounce, Taliah Waajid World Natural Hair Show, and her products are available on Amazon and her online store, making them accessible to women everywhere. Kenyatta's work has been featured in the City magazine, Black News, Black PR, and Voyage ATL magazine, affirming her impact in the natural hair industry. Welcome, Kenyatta. It's good to have you.
Well, thank you, Winsome Alexander. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be on today.
Yay! Yay! I'm glad you're here. Now, Kenyatta, this is something we do on the Big Up Yuself Show, right? I'm always curious about people's names and how they get their names and if their names are serving them in their life today. So tell me about your name.
Okay, so I'm so glad you asked me this because I know I'm from Chicago, but was raised in Minnesota, and now I'm in Georgia. Me and my family, we're in Georgia. But being in Minnesota, there was a lot of people from Africa that lived there. It's like a melting pot in Minnesota. Yeah. And so anytime I would tell them my name, and they'd be like, oh, that's the first Jumbo Kenyatta, the first president of Kenya. And I'm like, what? Okay, I'm royalty. And then...
I didn't know that. I did not know that. Kenyatta. Oh my God, that's
Yes.
so cool.
So I did a little bit more digging when you asked me that, and I was like, okay, what else does it mean? But also, my name is from the Kikoyo language of Kenya, which is believed to mean musician or one who brings light. When I saw that, when it said one that brings light, because I always consider myself as a light being. And I'm going through this right now to where I'm making sure that I no longer let anyone dim my light anymore. Because, and so I'm like, wow, this is so strong. But yes,
Powerful.
and my auntie, my mom was gonna name me Kizzy, and my auntie named me Kenyatta.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm thank God for my auntie for all of
Yes.
them.
Yes. And so you see now, that's why I ask people this question so they can connect their name to their journey. And look at you wearing your name. So now your name is going to be even more significant in your journey. That's amazing. Now, did your auntie know that Kenyatta did she make it up or how did she come
I'm
to
not,
that?
and that's the part that I wished I would have asked. My auntie has passed away as long. I mean, and my mom has passed away as well. So they
Oh,
both,
sorry.
are not here with us. And so I wish that I would have asked, that
Yeah.
question, like asked a little, like, what made you think about Kenyatta? And I can't. What's coming to me right now. I think she had met somebody at her job named Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Um, I I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
you know is that you are the light and you're going to shine and let nobody dim you. Oh my God. I love this. I love this. That's awesome. So, okay. So, this portion of the show, it's not a fun part, but it's just part of our format
Mhm.
because we are here to share our stories so that we advance our own healing and we inspire others with our stories of resilience. And so in this moment, I do want to ask you, is there are you able to share with us a traumatic experience that you might have overcome or are overcoming, something that was difficult to go through?
Yes. So I would say me losing my mom, she passed away in 2010, and just having the kind of guilt with it, the grief part of it. And when I sit and I think about that, I'm like, I believe it's like grief, period. Because my dad died when I was a young, like 6 or 7 years old. So not really dealing with that, not really knowing how to deal with grief. For
Yeah.
me, yeah. So that's what I'm still working on that right now and still processing it because
Yeah.
I'm just that type of person that when it comes to things like that, I just get over it. So a lot of times I don't go through the process. I just get over it because I don't want that to like hinder me or to stop me on my journey to like get into a depression. But what I learned was I have to deal with it because whether I realize it or not, that is holding me back. So,
Yes.
so
Yes.
so dealing with my mom death and even just the way like, and I don't talk about it a lot, even just the like I've been working on stories to share with me and my mom and
Yeah.
experience on her, like my hair and things like that. And I have been so many memories have been coming up in my head that I like really forgot about. And so that's been getting me more connected to her instead of having the what's that word? What's the word I'm looking for? Instead of having what is the word? Not grief, not but remorse, like, oh, I could have did this. Why
Yeah.
did I call her? The
Yes,
guilt,
guilt.
the guilt, and the things like
Tell
that.
me about the guilt, though. I'm curious about where the guilt is coming from.
Because before my mom passed, I was supposed to pick her up for my kids' game, and I end up having something else to do. I was running late for the game and everything, and so I didn't get a chance to pick her up. I talked to her that night, and then I was working on something else, far as like business stuff, and then I didn't talk to her for a few days. And then when I realized, like, wait, I haven't talked to my mom, and got off of work and to go over there, and she was gone. So yeah, and I don't talk about that a lot or even share that part of my story, but it's like just dealing with that all those years, and like, well, do my family blame me? Do they are they mad? Do they feel like it was my fault? Things like that. So
But
yeah.
it sounds like you're more mad with yourself.
Yeah.
But you couldn't have. Do you feel like you could have prevented her death?
Well, I don't think so. I don't. I do believe that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen.
Right.
But for me, it's like, dang, she didn't, I was supposed to pick her up for the boys' game. So we didn't get to spend that last time. She didn't get to see their game. So that part of it.
That part of it you're still carrying, you're still working through, but it sounds like you've made some strides. It sounds like you've been doing some inner work and you're doing good. I'm proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the stories are coming up. The stories about her are coming up now because you are actually actively healing. Yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah.
I didn't think of it like that. It was, and I know things happen for a reason. And I know when I started working on myself, I actually worked with a light worker coach.
Yeah.
And this was like maybe 3 years ago, and I contacted her about a big decision I was trying to make, and she was like, Kenyatta, that's not for you. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she was like, you're going to have to work on your childhood trauma. And when she first said that to me, I was like, you crazy. What do you mean? It is what it was, And so by me working with her, that has helped me to, be a better person. And I wouldn't be sitting here with you today if I had not worked through that. But I thought when you work through something, that's it. And then it's like, it's more things come up all the time.
There's plenty of layers, girl. There's plenty of layers. We don't know the things that hold us back and blocks our progress. We are not even aware, right? And you peel off one layer and then there's something else. Something is going to jog that memory. And oh my God, I'm still feeling this kind of way about that, So yeah, it's the healing can be a lifelong process. Grief is hard to bear.
Yeah. And so I just, through this journey of me like really discovering who I am, the things that I like, and I'm working on myself. It's been rewarding, and I'm not afraid to do the work, because I know the more that I do the work on myself, it's just going to keep getting me to my higher self.
Yes.
So I'm continuously like doing work on, like, at one point I said, I will not buy another class. I will not do another nothing, because I know that I have the tools that I need within me, but I have to work on myself.
Yes.
So once I decided on that, I just started like working on things within myself, and I can really see the progress. Yes. And I'm enjoying the journey too. Like, one of the things, if I can share, I could talk, girl.
So go ahead, girl. Well, I'm loving it. I'm loving it because it lines right up with what I do and what I just finished talking to another podcaster about. Go ahead. Wow. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
So one of the things that that threw me like right in my stories, and I had to get over, because my mom used to always say, Kenyatta, you are so ungrateful. And I was like, and she would always say that, but it was like I always wanted more. I always saw bigger. I always wanted to be rich. So with me wanting to be that way and do that, I always wasn't living in a moment. And so I forgot about what's right now because I was so focused on where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So with me realizing that's how I was when I was a child, now I'm turning that switch around and I'm being in more gratitude of the things that I have right now, and living in the moment more. And I can feel the difference, not just see, but I can feel the difference. So that's why I love to like unpack my past and get over those things, because I know that it helps me to be a better person and to get to my higher self.
Yes, ma'am. The higher self. That's it. Oh my God. I host a visualization clinic, and people come to the clinic and looking for the external things, right? The wealth and the house and the cars and the trips but when we take a step back, we realize that we need to work on us first. Working on us is the pathway to those things that you want, those greater things. Becoming connected to your higher self is the ultimate goal, right? Yeah. So wonderful. You've done wonderful work. I'm proud of you, sister. Proud of you. Proud of you. But child, I want to talk about your hair care products and your hair care journey. So you are the CEO of Nora Hair Products.
Yes.
You are the CEO. When and how did Nora Hair Products begin? And how old were you? And why is it called Nora Hair Care Products? 3 questions.
So Nora Hair Care Products started when I went back into the salon. I believe it was 2017. And I was working for 7 stylists. I went back in as an assistant because I was still building up my clientele and I still need to make money. So I couldn't just jump, I just didn't want to just jump out there. So being an assistant to like 7 stylists, I would always ask their clients, like, what are some of the things that you're struggling with when it comes to your hair? What are the products that you're using? And they would always say they were struggling with dry scalp, dry hair, and hair growth. Mm-hmm. And so apparently the products that they were using was not working. Mm-hmm. And so I would be in the salon mixing up cocktails, especially when it comes to their treatments, to where my coworker clients was coming in and requesting me to shampoo their hair. And if I wasn't available, well, can you get that treatment that you used for my hair last time? Because it felt so good. So with doing that, I was in the salon before the sun came up and after the sun went down. Like
that's passion. That's passion.
Yeah. And then I would get off, and then research ingredients and products. And so then I came out with a oil. And this was before the pandemic. When I came out with the oil, I was like, okay, well, what am I going to name it? And I prayed about it. And I always say, God talks to me in the shower. Like, I get all my messages. Like when I want to hear, I be like, let me go get in the shower.
Wow. That's interesting. Wow.
Yes. And so it was like, name it after your mom, Nora. And then I started thinking like, wow, she took me to get my first hair. She colored my hair blonde at the age of 12, which y'all, I just switched up my color from my birthday. My birthday was December the 1st. I just switched my color. I've been blonde off and on since I was 12 years old. I turned 44 this year. So it was time to switch it up. Yes.
Wow, it's pretty what you're wearing there now.
Thank you. So I did that. So I prayed about it, and I was like, I named it after my mom. And then during the pandemic, when everything was shut down, by this time I had my own clients. So I basically, clients were still calling me like, hey, what are we going to do with our hair? I didn't have access to products as well. And so I thought about those 3 things. I thought about dry scalp, dry hair, and hair growth. And so when I came up with Nora's Hair Products, those are the key foundation when it comes to our products to help women with
Wow.
those three things.
But you started with the oil first.
Yep, I started with the oil, and then I said, well, let me do a whole line. My mind is crazy sometimes.
I love it.
It's
I
unique.
love it.
I have a unique mind.
Yes. So, okay, so the oil came first, and then you decided, let me do a whole lot. But how, sis? I'm good at visualizing, but my brain can't compute coming up with the idea for oil and then launching a whole line and getting it into stores and on shelves. How do you do that? How does that happen? How? What's the process?
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
How long did it take you from the idea to having stuff on shelves?
I would say about 2 years.
That's a short
time. About, and I didn't tell you this part. During that time, when I decided to do the full line and come out with the full line, I had went into my own salon suite as well. So I started 2 businesses at the same time. Wow. But when you're in it, you're not even thinking about that. You're just, okay, this is what I want to do. You're doing everything that you need to do. And I never even thought about all of that. I just did it.
Wow, that's amazing. So let me ask you this. So you come up with the mixtures and the formulas and stuff yourself? And then did you have to work with a chemist or a scientist or something to? Oh, okay. Okay.
Definitely a chemist. I work with a chemist. At first, I was doing everything by myself. And then I'm like, Kenyatta, what is you thinking about? Like, you got, and at this time, I was working full time in my salon, plus building a whole product business on the back end as well. So I had to say, you know what? So I went to a chemist, and now I have a chemist that I work with to help.
Now, what is the process of finding a chemist to work with?
You know what? It's all about, and what's so crazy, I do have like a 6 weeks course that I teach how to start your own product line.
Nice.
And not make the same mistakes that I made, because I made a whole lot of mistakes.
Right.
But with finding a chemist, it's like, what are you looking for in your products? You know, what is best for you? Do you want, because there's different type of products. There's private label, there's white labels, there's straight from where you can go and you can get stock formulas, and then you can have them add some stuff to it or take it away. So it's just doing your research. And I don't spend a lot of money. I got stuff right now, samples of things that I still got to take a picture of so people can see, like, trying different products, seeing what works and what don't work. Because just because they say it's for a particular thing, I always go off of, how does this make my client hair feel? Does it feel like the results that I want? So if it don't make it feel like that, just because they are, just because it say it's supposed to do that, then now we got to go back to the drawing board. Yeah.
Girl, I raise my hat to you. Now, where does the money come from to start a business like this?
Off my blood, sweat, and tears.
Really? Wow. Girl, she said my blood, sweat, and tears.
And I'll say some credit cards, some business.
Okay.
But basically,
what you have to do.
Everything that by me, what I do in the salon, that helps me to work on Nora's Hair Products. There are some things that I could have done different, even when it comes to business funding, that I just did not know about.
No.
So but it's some work. It's not easy, and I thought it was going to be so easy, because people will sell you a dream out here on the internet. I went to classes where I paid $5,000 and for a person to give us, and I even talked to my friend, because she had her product line too, And so we went to the class together. So they got $10,000 out of us. And they gave us an old vendor that they used to use. They also gave us how to put words on the reel.
Wow.
And a few other things.
Wow. Unbelievable. Now I want to ask you what result did you see from the oil, from the first oil that you came up with? What were the early results and what made you think, oh, I got something here?
Well, you know what? When we would give it to the clients, because even before I had labels, I was selling it to the clients. And when they would come back, literally, I would see hair grow like anywhere, because my clients would come every 3 to 4 weeks. So 3 to 4 weeks, we would see hair growth and we would see progress. The scalp looked more healthier, their hair was softer, and their hair was growing. So I was like, okay, we got something going now.
Yeah.
But can I tell you what I did?
Yeah. What?
My unique self decided that I wanted to have a motivational quote t-shirt line. So I took the money and invested in the motivational quote t-shirt line.
Interesting. And what happened?
So the people was asking me for the oil. And I'm like,
I got a t-shirt for you.
right. So get laser focused.
Yes.
And not like look at the shiny objects on the left or the right.
Yeah. Stay focused. Oh God, funny. Now, okay. All right. So I asked you some of these things before. Now, is it possible for you to tell us some of the ingredients? Okay, like what is the oil, one oil, or is it a mixture of oils?
You know what? It's 30 oils inside
30 oils in the
Nora's Regrowth Serum, right?
That's what you call the oil.
Yes, it's the Nora's Regrowth Serum. And I know we're gonna talk about the My Natural Hair book, workbook, and journal. But in it, I break down all the oils that are in the Nora's Regrowth oil. One of them is almond oil.
Yeah.
Almond helps to hydrate and nourish the scalp. It also helps to repair damaged hair, reduce frizz, and help with split ends and add shine and smoothness to the hair. Another one is the almond oil, which helps to strengthen the hair follicles. Biotin, it helps to enhance the hair growth, strengthens hair strands, and improve hair thickness and textures, which helps to support a healthy scalp. So
sis, these things really do work, because I read the things and I'm like, man, this don't work. It really does?
Yes.
Like when you're talking about strengthening hair follicles and stuff?
Doctor, you got to be consistent. If you go back on my Instagram page if you go from the beginning of the year, but I know people would be like, oh, that's a whole year. My hair has grown. Now these are extensions in my hair, but my hair is literally like right here about. That picture that's on the flyer, that picture was from the beginning of the year.
Let me see if I can put it up there. No, not this one.
Yes,
This one. Yes. Wow. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. Now, Kenyatta, do you also do the styling? You do the hair care, but do you do the styling as well?
Yes. So I am a full-time hairstylist. Well, no, let me take that back. I'm a part-time hairstylist. I'm only in the salon on Thursday through Saturday. And I do it all. I do, for me, because I'm so into healthy hair, when you come to me as a new client, you can't come to me and just say, I want a shampoo style. We actually do a thorough consultation. We talk about your scalp. We talk about your goals, what you are looking for. And then I do a scalp analysis. We do and I have options where we can do under the microscope too. But
Really?
yeah, but for this one, but for like just a regular package like TKN Experience, you actually getting everything that your hair and your scalp needs. So custom treatments, custom scalp treatments. I'm making sure your scalp is cleansed and detox. So I take my time, and I have my clients, they was like, girl, you need to open up a head spa. I said,
Yes.
that's coming soon. It's coming real
Whoa,
soon.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I've never thought of something like that before. Have you heard of something like that before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I actually took my class. I mean, a class. My friend has a head spa class where I actually took it, and where I can do the services and things like that. But we're going to be doing a lot of things in 2025.
2025. Where are you located?
So I'm in Smyrna, Georgia, my
Okay.
salon. Yeah.
Okay. You're all the way in Georgia. Jeez. Molly, I'm gonna have to take
But
a trip to Georgia.
what I start doing is I do a online consultation to where you fill out a hair quiz. It's very thorough, and then we do a video, and then I still can help you on your journey. And that's why I created the book too. That was one of the reasons, because I understand not everybody can come to me, but I still want to make, the information available. And a lot of times on YouTube, we can get so, we can get so, like, it's so much information. We don't know what information is out there for us.
Right.
Because a lot of times the women on YouTube, they're talking about their hair. So they're not speaking they're only talking about their hair texture, not like they can only speak if they're 4A, 4B, they can only speak for 4B.
4A, 4B, yes, I see.
So for me, I've dealt with all type of women, hair. And so that's why I was like, you know what? It's more than just about my products. Because a lot of times women, when I ask them, when I do the consultations on the phone, and I ask them, well, what are you struggling with? Like, what products are you using? I don't know what products I need to use.
Yeah, I don't know what to use. I really don't.
So I was like, we got to go and dig a little bit deeper and really help them, not just about the product. So that's why when you said I put my heart and soul, I put the heart and soul in this book, because
you put your heart and soul in this book. Let me tell you, people, the book is 256 pages. Who would have thought that a book about hair could be 256 pages?
Don't give them too much now.
No, I'm not. But I mean, could be so thorough that there is so much to hair care. Oh my God, I was so surprised when I saw the things you deal with, things like nutrition. Oh my God, there is a journal for our hair. Oh my God, you talk about understanding hair density. You talk about not listening to your hair. I'm like, what? I don't even know how to listen to my hair. I really don't. All I know is my hair is extremely dry and brittle, and my scalp is too. And when I shampoo, okay, answer me this. Why is it that when the water gets to my hair just knots up in a ball and just mats up? What is happening there?
So it you saying the water without you even putting any shampoo or anything?
Well, I think it's after. Okay, so I wet it and then I put the shampoo in it, and that's when it does, and it comes matted, and I have to pull it apart because there's no way to comb through it.
It's dry. It's dry. You're not using the right products. You can also do something to where I tell my clients and customers, you take the Nora's leave-in spray, put it in a spray bottle with water and the regrowth serum. You can shake it up, spread in your hair before you even shampoo it. And I know you said you had on the wig. That's something that you can put on, spray on your hair at nighttime and then put your scarf on. But your
Oh,
hair is, it needs more moisture.
yeah, it's dry. It's dry.
And it's like I also have a community. It's going to be opening really soon. Nora's Natural Hair Queens, and one of the classrooms, and it's a free community. But one of the classrooms is teaching y'all how to properly shampoo your hair and know the difference between shampoos, because you could be using a clarifying shampoo, a shampoo that's drying your hair out even more, instead of using a moisture shampoo. So there's a difference. If your hair is locking up like that, you need to be doing more of a moisture-based shampoo and not a clarifying or a detox shampoo. Yeah. And when I say listen to your hair, listening to our hair is, when do our hair needs to be shampooed? Knowing that. When do we need to put deep conditioner treatments in our hair? When do we need to oil our scalp? When do our hair needs to be trimmed? So different things like that is when and our hair tells us when we need to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of times we're not paying attention to it.
Not paying attention. Because
Yeah.
I've kind of given up on my hair. Tell you
No. See, this is what the community is all about, for us to like really embrace our crowns and celebrate our hair, and just like celebrate where we are right now. And then once you celebrate where you are right now, then you'll see. That's why I added affirmations inside the.
I know. I hear one that has affirmations, y'all. Oh my gosh! Wow, the book is thorough, people.
Yes. So that's why I did add the affirmations, because of that part. Because we so hard on ourselves to where we don't realize when we're being negative, you're going to keep getting that negative, what you're being hard on yourself for, instead of you speaking the positive and you're speaking light and life into it. Then we'll start to reach our goals. And I was like, this don't just apply to just everyday life. This applies to our hair as well.
Wow. Yeah. I never thought of that. I never thought of that, girl. Speaking positivity over my hair. What?
Yes. Yes.
This is a brand new life.
Yes.
Brand new life. Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and I just want to be like we said, my name is Light. And I always, even before I knew this, I always would just say, I just want to bring light to people. I just want to help people. And now I'm just so happy that I get to, especially with the hair. I just get so excited.
Oh my goodness. You're being fulfilled. Yeah.
Because I know how it was. Like through my journey, when I first went natural, I was not a hairstylist, y'all. I didn't know what to do with my hair. And we had just moved to Georgia. I decided I was going to go natural, only natural salons. Only thing that people were doing was silk presses. They wasn't doing anything about natural hair. There really wasn't internet like that. Like there was the internet, but everything was still like new with YouTube and all that type of stuff. Yeah. And so I really had to figure it out myself. And I wanted to wear wash and go. And I remember I had went through all these products. Now, mind you, we had just moved to Georgia. Our money wasn't like it was. So it was like a difficult season at this time, especially for our finances. And so I started trying, like at this time, there was a big name product that was out, black product. I bought it, went to Macy's, bought it, and it did nothing for my hair. And I had to take it back because I was like, I can't be wasting my money on these products. So then I ended up finding a product from Walmart. It was in a black can. I ain't gonna name drop, but it was in a black can. It after I shampooed my hair, I put it on my hair, and when I tell y'all, my curls was popping, like it looked good. Yeah. But in the midst of it looking good, it dried my hair out. And so I
Oh,
get women because it has so much alcohol. It wasn't for our hair. It was
yes.
for, the other women hair, but
Yeah.
it did what I wanted it to do. And so that's what I tell women now that I come in contact with. Just because if it's not like, if it's making your hair hard, just because it's giving you that desired style,
Look. Yeah.
how is the health of your hair? So if
Yes.
it's not like helping the health of your hair, then that's not the right product for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to learn that too. And so it was a journey for me to find the right product for my hair, to where
Mm-hmm.
I just started wearing wigs and weaves, and I wasn't wearing them right because I got addicted to wearing the wigs and the weaves, to where when I took the weaves out of my hair, I had breakage everywhere. And so I
Mm-hmm.
just got in a weave. Like, it's been years since I had weave in my, besides like a ponytail, but I
Yes.
used to wear it all the time. But I'm just getting back into it now because I know
Mm-hmm.
how to keep my hair healthy while I have the weave in my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yes.
Something else I was going to ask you about the quality of my hair. They talk about protein and porosity and all this kind of stuff. All of it is so overwhelming to me. Yeah. So, can you tell us a little something about what does that mean, porosity, and how much protein we're supposed to be applying and all?
So the thing when it comes to and I'm winsome, all of that is in the book. So y'all
Okay,
got to get
sis.
on the wait
All
list.
right. All right.
Y'all got to
Sorry,
no,
book,
but I'm
y'all.
still. It's all in there. And the thing when it comes to porosity basically is letting you know how much moisture your hair has. Basically, porosity has to do with moisture in your hair. There's a low porosity, there's high porosity, and then there's medium porosity.
Mm-hmm.
So when you know that, like, I had clients that would ask me, like, we would talk and I would ask them, like, what is, do you know your hair porosity? And
Mm-hmm.
they'll be like, yeah, I know it. It's like it's a low, it's low, but then they don't know what to do with that information. But
Yeah.
low porosity, it just means that your cuticles are closed. So it's hard for moisture to get into the cuticles. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, how you can tell, and we do a whole test on it. I'll show you how to do the test. But how you can tell is when you put water on your hair, do the water just bead off your hair or do it soak in? If it just like sits on top of your hair and it's hard to penetrate, that's an indicator that you have low porosity hair. Yeah.
Oh.
And so with low porosity hair, you have to know, well, what products are right for my hair? How often should I be? Because when it comes to protein, you got to have a balance. Our hair is already made up of protein, but
Mm-hmm.
too much protein can make your hair hard and brittle. Not enough protein can make your hair weak and damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Mm-hmm.
have to have a balance of protein and a balance of moisture.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you just need to do a protein every 6 weeks, or maybe you can do it 3 times a year, just depending on the protein. Then there's different proteins. There's
Mm-hmm.
extreme proteins, and then there's protein that have moisture in it as well. So
Mm-hmm.
just knowing those factors, and we go over all of that in the My Natural Hair book, workbook, and journal. But inside of the community, the Nora's Natural Hair Queen community, those are going to be classes that are inside of the community that breaks it down for you as well. And like I say, the community is a free community. The classes are free as well, but you gotta you have to participate inside the
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
order to unlock the classes.
So where do we find the community?
So we're still building it.
Okay.
It should be. I'm working on the date. I don't know if I'm going to launch it this week or not, or if it's going
Okay.
to be next week. But It will be launched really, really, really soon. So
Mm-hmm.
what I've been just telling everyone, and you can get to it, be on the lookout for the wait list, but you can I'm trying to think the best way because I didn't send you anything.
Right,
But
right. But you
I
can tell me
do
them after the fact, and I'll add them.
yeah, I can send you something. I do have some where they can get on the wait list too, and
Yeah,
that way they can be the first to know once the community open. Girl, did you
right.
see that hot summer moment just came
Yes,
out?
sis. Yes,
Oh,
yes. Fan it
oh,
out,
honey.
girl. Fan it out. Ooh, look at that.
Well,
Flashing,
I said, what is going on?
flashing. Wow. Okay.
But and so that's I'm just so excited about the new community because it's just a way of like recipes because we don't realize how so many things affect our hair, our diet affect our hair, what we're eating, especially if you have a lot of like if your scalp is flaky, you have a lot of dandruff, you have psoriasis, a lot of that stems from a gluten intolerant, like
Mhm.
your body don't like gluten. So that's what I mean by like listening to your hair. Like our hair, our bodies talk to us all the time, but when you're not in tune, you don't know the signs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So, tell us about the products in the line. Like, do you have a deep conditioner?
So no, we are working on a relaunch for
Okay.
Nora's hair products, and we will have a deep conditioner. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, we only have we have a hair growth system, and the
Mm-hmm.
hair growth system is the hair growth the hair growth system is for what it's oh it's if you are dealing with hair growth struggles, that's for your it's strictly for hair growth. It's for a healthy scalp and it also helps for hair growth. That's the black line, and
Mm-hmm.
then the other line is our moisture line. So
Okay.
that consists of the shampoo, moisture conditioner, also leave-in spray, which is phenomenal. Like when I tell you,
Really?
everybody loves the
Oh,
leave-in
I
spray.
need to get my hands on that.
Yes. And then also the daily hair moisturizer. And what it does is it helps to penetrate the hair cuticle so it don't just sit on top of the hair. It's water-based and it
Mm.
actually penetrate and it helps with moisture from the inside out. And then as well as the regrowth serum as well. And that's like with both lines. Then we have the protein with the hair growth line and then the hair growth shampoo, which
Oh,
all
okay.
can be combined together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you said the products are chemical free.
Yes.
How is that possible?
Well, with the because like a lot of lot of products they put harsh chemicals or they're putting things that's going to mess up our hair. And so I made for sure, especially the hair growth line, that the shampoo actually have essential oils in it. And so
Mhm.
that line is sulfate free as well when it comes to the shampoo. And so I wanted to make sure because our hair is fragile, even though like people say our hair is coarse, but our hair is fragile as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I love our hair and I do like my
I
hair.
do.
It's just that it's just gray. And not only that, I just don't know how to style it. I have no clue when it comes to styling my hair. And I don't have the patience. And maybe I don't have the patience because I don't know what I'm doing.
I
Right?
think that's what it is. When you don't know, we are frustrated. And so that's why I always tell my clients and customers like just come up with 2 to 3 hairstyles, your go-to hairstyles, and just stick with those and rotate them out until you're ready to change it up and then come up with another hairstyle. So that's what I did for the longest. When I was growing my hair out, I
Mhm.
had comb coils and a wash and go. And
Mhm.
then as my hair started growing, I realized I didn't like the comb coils anymore because I just didn't like how it looked. And then I just stuck with the wash and go, and then I did ponytails.
Mm-hmm.
So I switched it off. And
Mm-hmm.
then even with my clients, I have clients that we just stick to natural styling. Then I have clients that we go between a silk press and a natural style. So
Mm-hmm.
just coming up with your hairstyles, your go-to hairstyles will help you. And then a lot of times I feel like y'all be afraid to try different things. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, just try it. It's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
And if you
Just,
don't like it, it's just like, oh, I didn't like this one. Let me try something else. And
yeah.
then it's fun to try different styles.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So now you taught at Taliah Waajid. How did you come to be invited to that?
So she do this natural hair show every year. She do it 2 times a year. And so I seen open they were saying they were looking for instructors to
Huh.
teach the class. And I said, oh, I'm gonna apply for this. And
What?
out of me and two of my other friends, I was chosen. So I said,
Wow.
wow, this is my time. This is
That
my
is awesome.
and
Congratulations on that.
thank you. And it was 2 classes, and both of them, like, these were people that I didn't even know came to the class. Both classes was packed.
That's awesome. And then you've been in so many different magazines. You are doing it, girl.
Girl, and this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Girl, I want to challenge you. I mentioned earlier how tangled my hair gets. I want to challenge you to create a detangler.
You know, I'm going to tell you what's the detangler.
What is
The
it?
leave-in.
The leave-in is a detangler.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go look for that this evening on Amazon.
Yes.
I want to look for that. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about the book. Woo-hoo. The book. Oh my God, your baby. That's what you're promoting now. How do we get a hold of the book? I mentioned before, guys, this book is amazing. It's got so much information. Oh.
So right now, starting January the 1st, you're gonna be able to pre-sale. So they can't even get their hands on it right now. So you got your hands on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I feel special.
Yes. So it's not for sale right now because we're doing a whole book bundle to where you can get the book. We're gonna be doing a vision board party. So you get access to the vision. Take that there. That's you get
sis, the vision board party for your hair.
Vision board party for your hair. You get that. You also get it's gonna be 3 different bundles. You're gonna get like a pen. Y'all, it's so dope when I tell y'all what y'all gonna be getting. It's so many things. You're gonna get a custom bookmark for it. You also get the spray bottle so you can do your detangling, a detangling brush. You get a massage comb to help massage your hair because that helps you wake up the follicles.
You go big.
Yes. Yes. You get a bag. So when you're going to the grocery store to do your shopping, because remember, we do have recipes in there as well. The bundle is going to be so huge. So
that's a good gift for someone who wants to start their natural journey or who wants to continue their natural journey. And it's good for novices and it's good for hairstylists too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. So my goal is I'm partnering up with other hairstylists to where we can bring classes to their salon because there's a lot of stylists that don't know how to do natural hair.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. I'll be partnering up with some salons. All those dates. Like once you get in the community, you'll have access to all the information when we launch anything we're doing, and y'all are always invited. Right now it'll just be local, but I know I'll be traveling soon. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we have some big things that are coming up for
Oh my God,
2025.
I love it. I love the sound of it. I love it. Wow. Oh my God. I thank you so much for coming on today and sharing with us. And I can't wait to get my hands on the products. I'm going to go look for that spray right now on Amazon. And I just wish you all the best, continued success on everything that you touch and on Nora's hair care and just everything that you touch. I wish you nothing but amazing, abundant success. And I
Thank you.
thank you for your generosity. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us this evening. And please stay in touch, and I will stay in touch. Oh, listen, I'm going to get from her website, her email, and whatever link she has to the products. I'm going to get that from her and link it into the description box. Hey, Marilyn. Marilyn, come just as we're coming off.
Watch
Yeah.
the replay.
Yeah. Watch the replay, y'all. Watch the replay and leave a comment. And if you have questions for her, leave the questions. We'll get them to her. Right? All right. Thank you, Kenyatta, my love.
You
Have a good
welcome.
evening.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Bye, Marilyn. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Ah, she said you will. I will, my love. All right, bye-bye, honey. Oh, are you gone? Stay there so I can talk to you a little bit.